Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today, wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk a little bit about XRP. I'm also going to talk about the road to FedNow. So crypto phishing attacks up by 40% in 1 year, says Kaspersky. A typical phishing attack involves reaching out to investors through fake websites and communication channels that mimic the official companies. Users are then prompted to share personal information, such as private keys, which ultimately provides attackers unwarranted access to crypto wallets and assets. It's like when you see the Brad Garlinghouse ads where he's giving away 100,000 XRP. Brad's not giving away any XRP. It's a blatant scam. But the one thing here is it's way up now all of a sudden. I also feel that maybe in the background, some of these anti-crypto pushing people are behind some of these scams as well. Let me know what you think in the comments section down below. Now, this tweet was one of the funniest ones I've seen so far. I had to share it with you. Crypto scams are what happens when you defund the police. Virtually everything in cryptocurrencies was unlawful. There just aren't enough cops to enforce the law. I thought that was one of the funniest things I read all day. So CEOs like Jamie Dimon, Warren Buffett, and Elon Musk want the government to fight inequality and reignite the American dream. Now, because this is coming from Jamie Dimon, I don't hold any faith in this. This is the same guy that wants me and you to give up our private property while he keeps his. They're crushing the American dream along the way as well. JP Morgan boss Jamie Dimon says storm clouds gather for U.S. economy as financial conditions tighten. He also says it's going to get far worse before it gets any better. You know, the worst part of it is not only are we facing inflation and everything going up in price, but then at the end of the year, we also get hit with taxes on top of all of it. And you know, maybe they should abolish income tax. That way people could get ahead for once. Then, you know, they're starting to push this agenda very hard now. They even brought out Hillary Clinton into this. And you know, if they're reaching out to her to come after crypto, you know they are full gung ho at this point. Clinton warned that the rise of cryptocurrencies could weaken the role of the US dollar as a reserve currency, which could have a destabilizing effect on the country. She added that the mining and trading of cryptocurrencies could be seen as an exciting and exotic endeavor, but it could also undermine the stability of smaller countries and potentially larger ones. Let me tell you something. It's not crypto that's killing the US dollar. It's the BRICS countries coming for the US dollar. It's the fact that they can't stop printing money at an alarming rate. And it doesn't even help the fact that we're always sending money out of this country as well. The Treasury Department now claims that crypto is a national security threat. Guess what? Criminals are also use cash and gold. Perhaps Treasury and the Fed are the real national security threats. And you know, they're pushing this agenda because they're also trying to push us right into a CBDC. But you see how they're controlling the narrative around crypto? They want to keep talking about it like it's the worst thing that anybody could ever invest in. Then there's Elizabeth Warren's crypto holy war. You know, she's banking her whole, Senate seat on this at this point. In her run up to a third Senate election, Elizabeth Warren is erecting an anti crypto position as a central plank in her policy platform. Now, I don't think this is going to cause her to lose this election, her being so anti crypto, because most of the time she already has all her supporters behind her, no matter what she comes out and says. And I believe that she doesn't understand crypto. That's why she hates it so much as well. But they're also using the SEC. You know, it's like all of a sudden you see politicians, ex-politicians, the Treasury, the Fed, everybody pushing against crypto all of a sudden. SEC pushes anti-crypto agenda under guise of investor education resources. Now, Gary goes on to talk about how an informed investor is going to be a more effective investor. But what are they supposed to invest in coming into crypto when he calls every single crypto a security other than Bitcoin? More or less, he's saying, don't invest in crypto at all and stay away from it. That's what it all comes down to. The SEC has urged US-based crypto exchanges offering staking programs and interest-bearing products to comply with securities laws. The day that he went after staking was the biggest sign that he's against the retail investor. Think about it. A retail investor can easily make money through staking. Remember, we always talked about passive income in the future? That's done through staking and lending and borrowing against your crypto to invest in other ways. But he's trying to crush every opportunity for the retail investor. Ripple lawsuit by SEC influenced by JP Morgan. And we know JP Morgan was tied to the whole case against Ripple as well. We're still waiting to see some of these documents come out, but it seems like the SEC is trying to delay that for as long as they possibly can. So Deaton said Judge Torres' ruling timeline shows Ripple versus SEC summary judgment might come before May 6th. Now, how many of you honestly believe that they're going to wrap up this whole Ripple case by May 6th? Most of you still feel it's going to end up being delayed. I hate talking about it, honestly. People even say, "Oh, you're so wrapped up in this case." No, I'm not. What I'm trying to do is just bring you the daily information on it, so this way you know how things are playing out. This way you could see what advancements are being made. But I still feel it's going to be delayed just a little bit longer, at least until FedNow goes live, maybe. U.S. tax day brings new challenges for crypto investors as the IRS introduces new report rules and the CFTC targets Binance. And when they no longer just bring out the politicians and the SEC against crypto, they then turn to also the IRS to be against crypto as well. And they're talking about how people should definitely be reporting all of their crypto assets on their taxes. You know, I see people all over crypto Twitter always saying, I'm never going to report it until they have regulations put in place. But there's a way that they could track all of your crypto. Wondering if your Bitcoin and crypto transactions are traceable by the IRS? And they show it in a guide. So the IRS is gaining increasing amounts of data about crypto transactions. In fact, as of 2022, the IRS was granted a huge budget increase in order to tackle tax evasion. More than 87,000 agents are being hired to enforce tax compliance, and crypto was singled out as a key focus for these agents. You know why? They want to know how much crypto me and you hold. That's what this all comes down to. You know, they want us out of crypto. They don't want new investors coming into crypto, and people that are strong enough to continue holding crypto, they want to tax the hell out of us along the way. And then when that doesn't work, they come out with this Restrict Act. They are already trying to kill crypto and Bitcoin. CBDCs are coming soon. The Restrict Act is the legal framework, and FedNow will open this summer. Stop it. Stop the Restrict Act. Do you have a smartphone or a computer? Do you have a video game console in your home? Do you use PayPal, Cash App, or online bill pay? Do you have Alexa, Google, Siri, or a Ring doorbell? Have you ever owned Bitcoin? Have you ever criticized the government online? Do you or your business use digital marketing, e-commerce, social media, crypto, or products with imported parts? If you do, you can serve 20 years in prison and pay a $1 million fine. Now, I believe they're using the Restrict Act more geared towards crypto, but it's also a control device over other things as well. They could just write in anything. Doesn't matter what it is. Even if new innovation popped up tomorrow, they could include it in the Restrict Act right out of the gate. 70% of Americans are financially stressed. 58% live paycheck to paycheck. Now this is what I see coming. This is what I believe is about to happen. I'm going to share it with you in a minute. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Fed Minutes now predicts a recession this year along with higher unemployment. The Fed forecasts a recession, calls for higher unemployment and below trend growth with risks to the downside. The staff's projection at the time of the March meeting included a mild recession starting later this year, with a recovery over the subsequent 2 years. The unemployment rate, was projected to rise above the staff's estimate of its natural rate earlier next year. The Fed has never predicted a recession in advance. Is this a first, or has a recession already started? I believe a recession started a while ago, but him talking about it, I feel he's trying to create an emergency situation at some point because he's pushing for this FedNow. Now they're trying to still sell this as not being a CBDC. I still believe it's the first step towards one. And I want to talk about this today because I felt that I definitely need to show this timeline and what's going on around crypto because it all leads to this in the end. That emergency situation, I believe, is going to happen sometime between now and July. Then all of a sudden, FedNow goes live and it's supposed to fix all the problems. The thing I see happening though is FedNow fails. All of a sudden, they have to come up with a quick solution. What's that solution? RippleNet and XRP. That's what this could end up being in the end. Because US FedNow instant payments, FedNow equals Volante, equals Volpay, equals XRP. All roads lead to XRP in the end. It doesn't matter how it starts, XRP will be tied to it. Even when you look at the IMF creating that massive central bank now, everything ties into XRP and Ripple because the IMF loves Ripple and XRP. But that's why I always want you to continue holding because I believe at some point the price of XRP is absolutely going to skyrocket. It's just a matter of time, and it's just a matter of if you're still holding when that time comes. Everybody always says, when am I going to become a millionaire off my XRP? And how much XRP do I have to hold to become that millionaire? It's all comes down to the amount of time you can continue holding without selling. I still don't believe anybody should ever sell their XRP because there's going to be so many opportunities in the future for passive income. They're going to pop up over time. We're not quite there yet. But with that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you watching my videos. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.